Hey there. So I'm on my walk. I sat down and I tried to figure out what to say on my about screen for this video blog learning process. I have no idea. The writer was stumped. It's day 18, I think, 19, I don't know, of the quarantine, and I haven't left my house except for to go on occasional walks and one time to the store in a month. And I used to play music. I used to play it all the time. I used to perform, obviously not on fiddle, not my primary instrument, that's okay. I played flute. I dabbled in hammered dulcimer a little bit. I've forgotten how to play that too. And I started playing fiddle. I love fiddle, absolutely love it. Really admire people who play it. Some of my old mentors, Ken Kaludner being one of them, sat with me and was so patient. Jerica, I love you. You two were very patient. Michi, oh my gosh, how many times did we play together, and still would love to. And I miss it. I miss music. But over the years, you know, how things go between starting my own company and, working various jobs before that, having kids, supporting them in their activities. I have very active kids. They're awesome. They do wonderful things. They're great people. They're also older teens now. I mean, mid-teens, and very self-sufficient and self-starters. And I'm finding that especially with this isolation event where we're all in quarantine, I have more time on my hands than I was spending it doing nothing. Scrolling Facebook, I really don't recommend that. You're just going to worry yourself. You're going to make yourself sick. So I decided to stop. I mean, I was really hitting a low point, super low point. And I decided to just stop. And I picked up my fiddle. And I did this a couple months ago. I was like, I should pull out my fiddle. I should start playing it. I work from home every day. I have time. And I kind of started for a day or so and then lost it. But it was also the end of Matthew's hockey season. Absolutely the busiest time in our lives. And I was like, okay, yeah, now's a good time. It's a really good time. By the way, I'm in my late 40s. I met a man once. He called himself, I think it was Banana George. I don't know. He wore a bright yellow ski suit and he downhill skied, and he was like 80 years old. And he said he was a couch potato until he was 40. I just touched my face, cardinal sin. And he came up to me and he handed me this postcard of himself with all of these accomplishments that he had made. He started downhill skiing at 40. He started wakeboarding at 42. He did his first parachuting jump at some point in there. And he had all these different accomplishments of all these different sports and things that he did. It was really cool. And I often think on him whenever I think it's too late in my life to start something or do something. And I also always have this thing in the back of my mind that's like, if you'd started this 10 years ago, where would you be now? And I know that's probably useless thinking, but it creeps in. And so what I want to do with this series is just start and keep going. And you can follow along or not. It's really for me, so I can look back and in 10 years be like, yeah, you know what? It's been 10 years and this is where I am now. It's kind of my own little experiment with myself. I don't think it stuck when I was younger because I was always in a hurry. And I thought I knew what I knew, which I did. You know, I grew up playing music. I started when I was 9, but I had a really hard time breaking out of my own ways. I remember there was a friend of mine from a long time ago, Jem Moore, was a fabulous hammer, dulcimer, and flute player. And he was teaching me this tune, and I asked what the name of the tune was. For the life of me, I can't even remember. I remember the entire tune. I don't remember the name of it. And I've never written it down. I've never had it on sheet music. And it's the only tune that I can say that I've learned completely through the oral, that's A-U-R-A-L, not O-R-A-L, tradition of learning Irish music, which is how Irish music should be learned. That's the traditional way. And we played this tune, and he just, call and response. He taught it to me, and I've never forgotten it. I've forgotten all the others. Isn't that funny? All the ones that I learned off paper, I've forgotten. But the one that Jem taught me, where we sat in my living room and we just played it until I could play it and improvise on it, that's the one I remember. That's the one I remember the most. I can get little pieces and bits of other ones, and so really with fiddle, I want to start that way. I want to stay that way. The first thing I said yesterday was, I have my old King Street tune book. No, I don't want to pull that out. I want to listen to videos, and I want to play along with them. I want to get to the point where I can just learn it by ear. And that got me thinking some more last night about how those traditions came about. Storytelling. Music and art and story and dance, it's all woven together. And it's a lost art. We read stories, but we don't pass them on. We don't give them to our children. And so that's the other part of the Bard's journey, is learning how to incorporate the song and the story and the history and the art and the dance and everything that goes along with it. And so my little fiddle self-teaching lessons, that's the first part. I really can't wait to see where I am in 10 years. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.